The Parliament of Rwanda is currently hosting the 145th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union IPU in Kigali. The Assembly convened more than 1,200 delegates, including speakers and deputy speakers of Parliament, under the theme Gender Equality and Gender-Sensitive Parliaments as Drivers of Change for a More Resilient and Peaceful World. South Africa's Speaker of Parliament joined me as we engaged in a dialogue about the trajectory of events. I started by asking her what her key highlights of the assembly were.
Well, let me start with Rwanda, your country, a beautiful country, and congratulate you for the work which the people of Rwanda have done in this beautiful city. In my life, I have never seen such a clean country. And I think it's something which we need to congratulate you for, but also affirm you so that your people, when they are listening, can do even more, so that they feel that they are being encouraged, they are being supported, they are being affirmed for the good which you are doing in your country. Taking into consideration the fact that this is a country which comes from a genocide.
The attendance from the female MPs members of parliament at this particular assembly was lower than the previous conference. Is there anything you can tell us about that?
Even the theme itself for this conference, it talks to gender equality, it talks to gender mainstreaming, it talks to meaningful participation of women in ensuring that we live in a peaceful world. And therefore, it would have been very important, it would have been preferable that, of course, women dominate, if you so wish, or you ensure that there's parity in terms of representation at this conference. However, the flip side of that is that really the issue of women or of gender equality and gender mainstreaming cannot be left to women alone. I believe this is a matter which men and women should take a lead on, both side by side. We should take a lead in ensuring that we engage on these matters, we educate our people, we empower our young people, particularly boys and girls. So I think that the fact that there weren't as many women should not be something that depresses us, but rather say that actually this session was a learning curve for many.
We also briefly discussed the inspiration behind IPU's call for the end to Russia's occupation of Ukraine and the resolution adopted.
Now that you're raising the issue of Ukraine and Russia and the conflict or the war which is currently raging in those two countries, you know, I think Rwanda, having had, with the history it has, perhaps was a very good venue for hosting of this specific session of the IPU, because I believe where there is conflict, where there is war, you need to find some calm and tranquility, a moment of reflection, and learn from the experiences of the country you are in. I hope that the people of Ukraine, the delegation, and the delegation of Russia, whatever the nature of the conflict and the tension, that they will take a leaf from the experiences of the people of Rwanda, that actually war kills and destroys life. I believe that we've covered a lot of ground, because in the interactions with both groups, there's willingness to engage in a dialogue with the task force itself. There's willingness to engage together through the task force, because clearly they are not necessarily ready to sit together around the table. And the one group which indicated keenness to go to the table was proposed that it would be good to have a trilateral arrangement where this task force is the one that assumes the responsibility of bringing them together and start. We walk baby steps. We take baby steps just to see what it is that we can achieve out of that. Now, the one thing which all of us should, I believe the IPU should take credit for, is the establishment of that task force, one. Two, the fact that this is the one and only body for now which commands and has earned the respect of both groups. And therefore there is confidence, and we're trying to build trust between the two groups. There is confidence that with the work which we have begun, there is a bright future. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
Special thanks to South Africa's Speaker of Parliament, who took out time out of her day to join me earlier for that conversation.